Okay, today we'll be opening up this used Wix XP oil filter, number 57899XP. And I got this used Wix XP oil filter from a very generous viewer whose name is Nick from Alberta, Canada. Thanks, Nick. This filter was in service for 11,116 kilometers or 6,907 miles and came off of Nick's 2013 Dodge Challenger RT Classic. Yep, the one with the 5.7 liter Hemi V8 engine, which now has 85,285 kilometers or 52,993 miles. He was using Redline 5W40 full synthetic oil during this period. Nick also included a Blackstone oil analysis report for us to look at. So let's get started.
You gotta glue the silicone, get nice and tight. Get your angle here, filtration.
Okay, so before we open this filter up, let's take a quick look at it. Day code 110823. This is a sticker on here. It says Made in USA. Right here, Man and Hummel. Instructions. Okay, and this filter has 6 inlet holes, metal core with holes, bypass valve at the dome end, and it has a nitro rubber gasket. Let's see, you can see how much it sticks up right there. Take this gasket off. Yeah, I'll put the thickness of this gasket up on the screen. Okay, let's looks like a silicone A drain back valve also. Let's open this filter up, see what it looks like. Okay. Get this out of the way. Alright, it's holding the oil. I had a toothpick, not a toothpick, but I had a Q-tip in here, draining the oil out. But it looks like it's holding the oil pretty good in there. Get this out. Yeah, that all looks good. I don't see no slits or anything. Oh yeah, it's got a nice spring to it. Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, filter element. Okay, it's got this little piece right here. Because they used to, back a few years ago, they used to come with the bypass valves up here. So I think that's just a spacer that they put in there. What we got here? Metal end caps, bypass valve right here. This has a setting of 16 psi. Looks nice and clean though, no excess glue. Alright. Let's see, we got a metal crimp seam right here. I'll put the number of pleats up on the screen. And they look nicely spaced. I don't see no tears or anything. Yeah, it looks really good. This filter media looks nice. And this is a full synthetic filter media with a polymer backing. And according to O'Reilly's website, this has a micron rating of 99% for particles 35 microns. Alright, that all looks good. Now we got a coil spring in here. Yeah, it looks nice. The can, I'll put the thickness of the can up on the screen. The oil looks nice though, it's got a nice color to it there. Okay, that all looks good. Alright, let's just get the width of the filter. 2.57 inches. We'll call it 2.58. 2.58 inches wide, minus a tenth of an inch. Okay, let's cut this filter media open, squeeze it out, stretch it out, and see what it looks like. Be right back. Okay, and this filter goes over my table by 13 inches. And this filter media is 86.5 inches long. Okay, so here's Nick's oil analysis report, and it looks pretty good. You know, the TBN is strong. Aluminum is 5, universal's 3, chromium 0, universal 1, iron 11, universal 21, so that's good. Copper 28, universal 26, lead 0, tin 1, universal 0, molybdenum 354, 254, universal 111. So it's got a lot of molybdenum in it. So I'm not going to go through these zeros. Potassium 1, universal 2. Alright, now let me get this down here. Boron 52, universal 55, silicon 20, universal 9, sodium 12, universal 22, calcium 2480, universal 1412. So it's kind of high on the calcium, and that's a cleaning agent. Magnesium 82, universal 478, or 476, I'm sorry. Phosphorus 801, universal 699. Zinc 996, universal 775. And barium, nothing. Alright, so let's look down here. And this all comes into spec anyways. The viscosity levels. This is viscosity level, so that's all. That's right in spec. Doesn't matter. Flash point 435, which is pretty good. That's a good flash point. Okay, fuel 0.5. It's minus that, so that's good. 0, 0, zeros. Insolubles 0.2. That's right in there. And the TBN 4.7 to 1. That's all good too. So let's take a look at the rest of the oil filter, because I got some surprises that well, it surprised me anyways. So let's take a look at that. Okay, let's get the thickness of this filter media. 0.85 millimeters thick. And it's the filtering side, the back side. And there's a couple of things I want to say about this filter. One is, it has no polymer backing on it. See that? No polymer backing. And this looks like a synthetic blend. I mean, it could be a full synthetic. I'm not 100% positive. I wish it would, you know, it's a used filter, so it's all dirty now. I can't tell. But even, you know, usually the full synthetic filter medias, when I put it under a microscope, the light will shine from underneath. It'll go through the filter media. On this one, it doesn't want to go through at all. It's just dark, so I had light coming from the top. And let's take a look at that picture. So looking at the microscope picture, you can see like a few little carbon soot particles, but actually I think most of it, the dirt, is inside the filter itself. It looks even darker on the back side than it does on the filtering side. But yeah, this, I'm not 100% sure if this is a full synthetic, because it tears pretty easy. And it looks a lot like a blend. I don't know if it's a full synthetic. And let's take a look at the rest of the filter. So looking up close, you can see that it's pretty clean on the surface. I would say Nick's Charger's Challenger is running pretty good. It's got, this filter media has almost got 6,000 miles on it. So yeah, it looks pretty clean to me. And let's take a look at the rest of the filter. So look at the can. I had it sitting like that the whole time. Looks nice and clean. The red line oils looks pretty good. And yeah, I gotta say this again about this filter. You know, they took the polymer backing away from it. They probably changed the filter media itself also. This is probably a synthetic blend, not a full synthetic. But if you're paying a premium price, you know, thinking that you're getting a polymer backing, thinking that you're getting a full synthetic media, you know, they're pulling a little switcheroo here. So I'm a little bit disappointed with this filter. But the rest of it looks pretty good. I mean, the gasket looks fine. You can tell this is the side that went up against the engine. Like a little ridge here. And, you know, any drain back valve, silicone drain back valve worked really good. And you got a metal center core with holes. And they're nice smooth holes. So that all looks good. Bypass valve. All looks good in there. And before I close this video out, I'm going to see if I can find another Wix XP media that I had from a previous video. Okay, I got a bag here of one. This is the one I made, actually, I don't know, a couple weeks ago probably. But you can see it had the polymer backing, which this one doesn't have. Filter media, and this one was Wix XP. Right there's a number. 51394 XP. So you can see when you have the, well, you can see it on here. When you have the polymer backing, it leaves this mark on there. But see, this is the, you know, this stuff is harder to tear. Full synthetic, see that? See how you can see the fibers here? And let's see if this one does that. Now, see, this is more like a paper. It's like a paper or a blend. This is definitely a synthetic blend, if you ask me. So what do you guys think about this Wix XP oil filter? That they're changing, obviously. This was made in November 8th, 23, so I don't know if they're going to all be changing, but this one is. And again, I want to thank Nick for sending me this used Wix XP oil filter, and I think I'll wrap this video up. And don't forget, Oil Filter Fridays. I try to open up an oil filter every Friday on this YouTube channel. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and take care. Yeah, you can see all the synthetic fibers on this other Wix filter, Wix XP oil filter, compared to this one. It's darker also, but see, it doesn't have those fibers, those long fibers. Not like this one.